How does a
I
leader communicate, Patrick?
what's that?
So how does a good leader communicate? Or like, tell me about like your side.
Well, it's kind of funny because we were just talking about it, but I don't yell at work, so why am I yelling at home, right? And I think I mean I think there's quite a few things, right? Like lead by example. So if you don't want your team or your kids to yell, don't yell. Clean up after yourself, right? Like if you clean up after yourself, then it's a little bit easier to hold your kid accountable. If you don't clean up after yourself, but you tell them that they need to clean up after themselves, like I said, that's when you get called to the carpet. I think doing things with transparency, your kids don't need to know everything, but the more that you're honest with them, the easier it is for them to make good decisions.
Do you think, I think they feel far more respected because we're always demanding respect as parents. And I think the more transparency that we give them, the more information we give them about what we're dealing with, the more likely they're going to be like, oh, that's why he does want me to do X, Y, Z, or I need to shut the fuck up for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that I think my parenting style can be a little unorthodox. I've shared a lot of my drug usage with my kids, but there was a reason that I did it, and knock on wood, but to this day, I got two young adults that don't drink and I'm pretty sure don't use drugs. And it's not like I have not been I'm trying to think how to word this. It's not like they're going to get in trouble if that stuff has happened. So I feel like they can be pretty honest with me.
But I think, to your point, I think that's the reason that they don't do that stuff is because you were transparent with them. Like I think transparency teaches that.
No, I totally agree. I just don't want to come off like I'm oblivious, like my kids are probably out doing stuff all the time because I don't think that that's the case. And we talk about it pretty frequently. And, you know, I, it's not like I'm going to get mad if I find out one of my kids smoked weed.
I think that makes them a better leader. Yeah, I think when you're able to communicate to them, especially about your past, not only do they learn about you, they might understand a little bit of why you are the way you are. And sometimes, I mean, I tell my kids I'm adopted and some of the shit I dealt with, and they're like, all right, that's cool, Dad. Like, I don't care. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't say I don't care. They just go 6'7", and they just fly in that shit. No, I mean, yeah, I think teaching our kids to communicate properly is something that is very important, and I think we need to be the forerunners for it and communicate properly ourselves in order for us to become better leaders for them so they could become more confident. Ultimately we want their confidence to be through the roof, so when they have a problem, because there's a mutiny happening within their brain, they're like, no, you guys suck, we're going to get rid of all of you, and we're going to create new and better policies and structure and communication to our citizens, which are our brain cells. Hopefully they don't just have a mass genocide inside their brain. They're like, you guys fucking suck, we're going to kill all of you. Not a way to run a country. Maybe if it's your own in your own brain, I think that's okay. What do you think